What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about the importance of valuing your freedom and also having gratitude, the importance of it. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because it made me realize, because like there are people there are certain people who have like a lot of limitations in life, like that's out of their control. Now I understand we all have limitations within our life, which is, I guess, is normal. It's This is part of the human experience. But because obviously the human body, obviously we can't fly. We don't, and obviously like we live in a system that in order for us to make money, we have to put in some type of energy or work just so we could like at least travel around the world or just do what we want to do, right? Even like people are most people have to work for jobs so they could like create or experience financial freedom one day, right? So we all aim for that. So of course we're gonna have some type of restrictions here and there. That's part of the human experience, I guess. But I'm more so talking about like valuing your freedoms and having gratitude. Like just be thankful and have gratitude about the things you actually do have, because there are people like who get falsely accused and then they end up their life being sentenced to prison or in jail, or like you do have like certain criminals that go to jail and prison, you know what I'm saying? So like and some of them are sentenced life to prison or they're sentenced life to jail. And I'm not saying, oh, if you're in prison or if you're in jail your life is over. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm more so saying like would you rather be in prison or in jail, or would you rather not be in jail and prison and experience life, you know what I'm saying? um and that's what I'm getting at. What is weird, because like what motivates me for some reason is that like I watch videos like people being doing like a crime, and then they get sentenced to life in prison or jail, right? And then I'll see their reactions and how much they're in like despair and all that. And I'm not like I don't like that at all, but I'm just saying I'm just seeing like the pain, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you realize that like no matter what situation you're in, you can always be put in the worst situation. Or like another example, like let's say you lose an arm or a leg, or let's just say like you have to be in a wheelchair all day, you know what I'm saying? And again, no matter what position you're in, it doesn't matter what life will throw at you. There's always a way, as long as you follow your heart. And I really do believe that as long as you're here, as long as you're alive, as long as you're still breathing, no matter what, you are meant for great things, and you do have a purpose as long as you're still alive. And that's a fact, because obviously if you're not here and living in this earth, and that means you're not meant to do anything in earth, then why is your body vessel still over there? It's a waste of time, right? So it makes sense that when you're living, breathing, and you're still in earth, you're still in this world, yeah, that means you still have a purpose. You're still meant for great things. You're unique. You have talents and God-given gifts that you need to share the world and to help the world out. You know what I'm saying? We're all meant for great things, and we're all meant to help out the world in some way, as long as she's still alive. So this video, I was like coming across like a certain way. I'm not saying like if you're in jail or prison, or if you don't have an arm or a leg, or like you have certain disabilities, or like if you're in a wheelchair that your life is over. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying just know that you can always be put in a worse situation. And once you adopt that mindset, that you could always have certain that you could always be put in worse limitations. If you have that mindset, then I feel like it'll give you the green light to have courage to pursue your passions, to become great, to make the necessary sacrifices to get to where you want to go in life, wherever it may be, wherever your heart's desires is, right? So that's, for some reason, again, everyone's different, but for some reason that motivates me, that no matter what, because at times like it's so easy for me, and I guess other people too, to like kind of focus on their current circumstances and to like kind of get discouraged, or to kind of like complain, and like not complain, but like kind of just like get mad and angry, which is justified. And don't get me wrong, we don't live in a perfect world. There are issues, and there are like there are flaws that this system has, and it's justified for us to get angry and upset and find ways to change it. That's one of the good things to look at world corruption, is that like even though there's world corruption, there's a way to try to fight through it, or to like find better ways to navigate it, or to have the courage to break free from this system, right? So even we're experiencing world corruption, it still gives us a meaning to get off our comfort zone, so we could experience less world corruption. You know what I'm saying? So life is all about perspective. The mind is all about perspective. I'm not saying like, since everything's about perspective, that like you're gonna have good thoughts all the time, or like you're gonna like be happy and all positive. No, like obviously we're in the human body. We have human emotions. So eventually we're gonna get angry. We're gonna get pissed. We're gonna get upset. We're gonna get jealous. We're gonna get like insecure, or like we're gonna like want certain things that we wish we had, right? And at times we are gonna lose our patience. That's part of the human emotions, and it's normal, right? You just gotta learn how to navigate these emotions and use it to the best of your ability. And this is where people talk about shadow work, or not even that. Yes, shadow work, that too, so you can heal your emotions, so you won't project it, so you won't become like a narcissist or like or like an asshole. But also like just acknowledge that these emotions are normal and it's part of the human experience, not only because it's natural for the human experience and the programming, but also because of the system we're living in, because it's so restricted and it has flaws. So naturally we are going to feel some type of way, because the life is not fair. It's not. But what I'm saying is that you can still use those energies to the best of your ability to want more out of life and to find motivation. This is why it's all about the mind, it's all about perspectives, right? And also don't take life personally, because like I said, life is short, and like everything is pretty much an illusion. Like we live in a system where like it's ruled by paper money. That's no different than a Monopoly game, right? So you know what I'm saying? So don't take life personally. And also there's afterlives, like after you die. That is not end all be all. Like like reincarnation is a real thing, or there are spirits in the afterlife, so that means that life is ongoing. So don't take life personally. And I do believe everything happens for a reason. Even if you use your free will to make decisions you regret doing, either way, God or the universe or this realm or spirit or your higher self will always find a way to make it work in your favor if you choose to do so, right? So that's what I'm getting at. Like no matter what problem, no matter what situation you're going through, just know that there's always a way out. You know, some people like to refer as God helping you out, your ancestors, your spirit, your higher self, wherever your belief systems are. There's always a way out. There's always a way to make something out of anything, pretty much. You know, this is why you hear stories of people who were like born into projects, or people who like came from nothing and made something out of themselves, right? Despite the odds and obstacles, and it took them a long time just to get there, right? No matter how painful it was, they're still able to make something out of themselves. That means that like the human spirit is very strong, and that it's very limitless, and it's capable of doing great things. And your definition of great could be anything. Your definition of great could be like being financially free, or doing something you love, or just healing the body, healing the mental health. It could be anything, or, you know, or just living a simple, peaceful life, or just maybe your definition of greatness is like being around like-minded people, or like dating attractive partners you always wanted to. You know, it could be anything. You know, it doesn't have to be like money or something like that. You know, so and that's what I'm getting at. And just know that like your situation could always be worse. You know, so the more I watch like people, like it's just weird. Like I've like for some reason that really motivates me, knowing that like, because it's crazy how like one simple mistake, and even people, they get falsely accused of even going to prison or jail or even life to that, you know. Or there are criminals who are crazy in the head, and they use their shadow side and their dark thoughts because they haven't healed the traumas and they haven't done the shadow work, unfortunately. Maybe they weren't guided the right proper way based on their upbringing by people, their parents not teaching them how to heal properly. And maybe these criminals didn't have like emotional support growing up. So there's a lot of factors. People don't do things for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Human beings, we're just not put here into this world just to be fucking barbaric and evil. Maybe, but more so we're not. It's either demonic influence, a negative entity influence, and or their upbringing, because maybe they have parents that were abandoning them, or like they weren't there for them, and now they can't regulate their own emotions, so they're like a tolerant adult body, you know what I'm saying? And then that causes them to act up, and that's how criminals are made. So I hope that makes sense. So criminals are pretty much like, I'm not justifying what they do, but I just know that there's always a reason on why they do the things they do. And at times they just don't know any better, or at times they're not strong enough to handle their emotions because they didn't have the proper emotional support growing up. And this is why you have channels like New Mind Frame and other psychology channels that talk about like, and with narcissists too, like usually when the reason why people can't change like that is because they have so much emotional like baggage, and they're just so hurt emotionally that, and all that's been happening for years and years, and all that shit builds up. And this is why it's hard for them to do the shadow work and to heal and to be more self-aware, because if they're to do that, it's going to cause them a lot of pain, because from all these years of them bonding up and holding their emotions or keeping it to themselves, if they get confronted with all these emotions, they don't have the tools to handle that shit. This is why like what my friend mentioned in other like reports on narcissists, where like if they get confronted, or like if they're forced to face themselves, they'll spiral, and they have to go to like a mental hospital, or like a mental, I forgot what it's called, a mental psych board or whatever, or like they'll spaz out, and like they'll die. Like some people actually, like, it's so painful that they'll actually collapse. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my friend. Check out the channel. She talks about that. I got that from her, and she actually has like real life experiences of her dealing with people like that. You know, and this is where you get your covert narcissist from. And, you know what I'm saying? Where she dealt with covert narcissists like that, and like that's what they experience when they get confronted. You know, so like this is why. So there's always a reason why people do the things they do. You know, but like, luckily, if you are self-aware enough and you have the proper guidance and upbringing, then you know right from wrong. Some criminals, they do know what they're doing, and that's where you get your psychopaths again. But I feel like there's always a reason why. But basically, what I'm saying is that, like, at any given moment, your life could be taken away from you. You know, some people in the streets, they get shot dead quick, or like they get to a car accident and now like they can't move their body, they can't move their limbs. Or like some people, like they'll have like brain damage and now they can't function properly, and now they're disabled and they're forced to be in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? So like any factors can come into play, you know? So like, you just don't want to be put into that, and just know that like that's a possibility. I'm not trying to draw fear, but I'm saying is that like, just use that as motivation to like want more out of life, you know? Obviously be safe, and just follow your path and don't be reckless, but just take calculated risks that will force you to become great, or try to do things that'll get you out of your a comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, I know because when you're trying to become great, when you're trying to get off your comfort zone, it is kind of scary, it is kind of intimidating, but just know that as human beings, we're all connected. Like, we're all connected, so like we're all here for a reason. So like, at the end of the day, we're all human. Like, we all have species humans. Yes, we may came from different things, but we're all still human. So like, humans, like, we all battle like I guess, quote unquote, dark thoughts. Like, we all battle negativity, like anger, sadness, depression, boredom, insecurity, envy, jealousy. Like we all experience that, you know? So just know that you're not alone if you are experiencing these emotions. Just know that it's normal. It's completely normal. Just don't let these emotions control you, you know? If it gets overwhelmed, then there's support. You can do the shadow work. There's plenty of videos on how to do that. You can go to like a therapist, or your friends or your family to help support you, you know? So there's so much information out there. You just got to do the action. I know it gets annoying, but, and I'm not saying you have to burn yourself out all the time. No, like, simply you can use as motivation, or your definition of greatness is like simply enjoying life and being at peace. You know what I'm saying? There's no right or wrong way to live life, as long as you're not harming anyone. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever you think your definition of living a peaceful, abundant life. You know what I'm saying? So like, basically what I'm getting at is that, like, just know that any given situation, your life could be taken away from you, or it could be like restricted from you at any given moment. And just use that as motivation to want more out of life, to do the right thing, to treat people how you want to be treated, treat people with respect and kindness how you want to be treated. Try to get out of your comfort zone, and try to aim for, and try to strive to become great, you know? And it's exciting too. Like, isn't it exciting knowing that like each and every day when you wake up, you have the opportunity to become great. You have the opportunity to become like better than you were a couple years ago, or like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like every single day you have the opportunity to like create greatness from yourself, whether it be financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, when it comes to health wise. It could be anything. You can expand your horizons any given moment. You know, that's one of the beautiful things about life. That's exciting. If you actually think about it, that's actually pretty fucking like that's pretty fucking lit. Knowing that like you can wake up and like any given moment you could like change your life for the better. You know, there's no right or wrong. You know, if you want to change your whole life, then go ahead. You know, some people change their names. You know, so the sky's the limit. You know, so it feels badass knowing that like you just go hard for something you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't know your purpose, just do soul searching. You know, that's exciting in itself, knowing that you can wake up every day and figure out what you like and don't like. You know what I'm saying? Trial and errors. That one makes life great. You know what I'm saying? I just know that like any given moment, like things can be taken away from you. So don't like, I'm not saying like be paranoid or anything like that, you know, but for some reason that motivates me. You know what I'm saying? So just have gratitude, just look around your life and have things that you're thankful for, because the things you have, some people don't have, and vice versa. Some things that people don't have, you have. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm not saying I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not coming across a certain way where like there's a past where like some people's lives are harder, some people have it easier. No, it's not about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying like just know that like just know that life, like any given moment, life have the potential to become hell, you know? So just the fact that your life isn't hell, just use it as motivation. That's what I'm trying to get at, you know what I'm saying? Because we all have different missions. We're all meant for different things. We're all meant to learn different lessons within this human experience, right? So why not just become the best version of yourself and just do whatever makes you happy, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget to just enjoy life, like find peace, and just at times to sit back, just relax and just enjoy the moment, you know, just enjoy the moment. You know, visualize yourself being like living your best, happiest life, and just keep doing that, and you'll be good. You know, never take peace for granted either, because like as we're getting older, like life gets a lot more stressful at times, or like we're just constantly on the go. We constantly got worries and stress. So always take time out of your day to like just relax, just to meditate, take a shower, just do what you got to do just to relax. Watch a movie, watch a show, you know, just do what you got to do, you know, just enjoy your time with your loved ones, and life will be great, you know. Life is good, just enjoy life, you know, and that's how you navigate it, you know. And just know that like you don't have to live life at like at times like people like they have certain expectations of how their life should be, but it's not even about that, you know. And shout out to Chauncey, like he mentioned, like at times life is gonna go the way that you didn't expect it, and don't get discouraged, you know. Like everything happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying? At times, at the same time, things do happen that's out of our control, but just look at these obstacles and the things that caught you off guard, things happen that as you didn't expect it or as planned. Just look at those as learning lessons to make you become a much better version, stronger version of yourself. Because even if you go through hardships and challenges in life, it's gonna shape you and mold you to a much stronger, much wiser person, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna get you very far in life, you know. So pretty much nothing can fuck with you, pretty much, if you think about it, because no matter what life throws at you, you could be sentenced to prison or jail, you could like lose an arm or a leg, you could like be disabled, you could like go through a breakup, you go through like a loss, or you could lose your job, or you could like experience financial poverty, or you could live in the streets. Either way, any of these situations, at the end, it can't really fuck with you like that, you know. Yes, you're gonna grieve, yes, it's gonna feel pain and despair, but just know that like no matter what, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You're always gonna come out the top, you know what I'm saying? And like I said before, it could be like the help of God, spirit, your higher self, or your mind, anything, whatever you believe in. There's like a certain energy to where like you'll always be with you no matter what, and you always have the strength to get through it, you know. And it's proof. I'm not just saying that, it's proof. Like everyone experienced that. You can look back in your life and think about the things where like you've experienced that you thought like were like that caught you off guard, or like that thought like you would never get through it. But here you are now. You're still alive, you're still breathing, you know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't get the results you expected, or even if you didn't turn out how we wanted, just the fact that you're still alive, you're still here, that means that you still have an awareness. So that means you still meant for, you're still doing great things. You're still here for a purpose, because you're still here. Because if you don't have a purpose, and that means you won't be here on earth no more, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta look at it. I'm not saying it's easy or like it's like doable. No, like there are things where I went through where like it was just extremely tough, and I feel like I didn't handle it the best way I could have, because it was just too painful. And I just, at times I do have regrets on how I should have done certain things that was hard for me to get through. But like I said, just the fact that I'm still here, I'm still alive, I still have an awareness, and I can still reflect at these situations and learn from those things, you know. And if anything, that'll make me a much wiser and much more aware person, you know. Nothing could beat life experiences, you know. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Just know that, just don't give up. Keep fighting for what you believe in. Just know that any struggle or obstacle you're going through, just know that you have the green light. Like you are gonna overcome it, even if you didn't get the results, or even if it didn't turn out a certain way, or like you didn't reach, or you feel like you didn't reach your destination. Just know that, like, just the fact that you're still here, and that means like regardless, like you still gain a lot of wisdom, you still gain experience, you're still here, you're still alive. You know, there's even a saying like aim for the moon, but if you miss, you're still gonna land on the stars. You know what I'm saying? It's true, you know. So count your blessings, and just know that there's also a lot of blessings in you going through hardships. You know what I'm saying? It could be boredom, it could be like stagnation, it could be anything, you know. And that's how you got to look at it. And I'm not just saying that, it's facts. These things are facts, you know. And this is why people say the mind is very powerful, because it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's not you being delusional or making up bullshit beliefs. No, it's not that, because the things you're experiencing is facts. You know what I'm saying? The human mind is that powerful, because it is. You know, so either way, just watching this, know that life can't really fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, no matter what situation, you're still here, you're still alive, you still have a conscience, you're still aware. So that means you're pretty much doing great. So it's keep doing what you're doing. Do the right thing, try to do right in the world, treat people how you want to be treated, and stay in the right path. You know, it's easy in this world. There's a lot of temptation, so it's easy to do the wrong thing, or like it's easy, not wrong thing, I don't like saying that, because we all make mistakes. I'm saying like it's easy to do, like, it's easy to act out of character, it's easy to act violent, you know what I'm saying? So try to prevent yourself from doing those things. This is why, like, learning about spirituality is extremely important, because the more you study spirituality, you're aware that, like, there's a lot of demonic or negative influences around the world for you to be on the wrong path, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. Like, for example, like, we got a lot of unhealthy foods, we got a lot of alcohol and cigarettes and stuff like that. It's not just that I hate using that examples, because I always use that, but there's simply other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can head you down the wrong path, you know, due to these addictions, you know what I'm saying? So it's learn about spirituality and just view it as like the devil trying to tempt you. This is why people call it the devil's playground or demonic influences, because things like that are in fact real, because people are experiencing that every day, you know what I'm saying? But even if you're bound with addictions and things you can't get rid of, or like, you just don't shame yourself, you know, just know that, like, if you have an addiction, that means you're strong enough to overcome it. And even if you're struggling like your whole life, just know that, like I said, the fact that you're still here, the fact that you're still aware, it means that, like, you're still in the fight, you're still battling the fight, and that means you're strong enough to even still be alive and to fight through it, even if you're not getting results, or if you think you're not getting results, or you just can't get out of it. Just the fact that you're still alive, you're still here, that means the certain energy or God or life or your higher self knows that, like, you're strong enough to handle it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And just don't compare yourself to other people. I mean, you can, for some people that motivates them, but just don't compare yourself to people. Just know that we're all here for unique God-given gifts and talents. We're all meant for different things. This is why there's a saying, and it's facts, like, every human beings, we're all like puzzle pieces to one another. So yes, we're all unique, but at the same time, we can all learn from one another. You know, it's not an egotistical thing. We're like, oh, I'm better, you better. No, it's not that. It's more so like, we're just all meant for great things. We're all unique. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I gotta say. Just, this video doesn't have to resonate, but just take what resonates and apply it to your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, that motivates me, just knowing that, like, I can always be put in a worse situation, or like things can always go left, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I gotta say. And always believe in a higher power, because I've noticed if you believe in a higher power, it could be your spirit, your higher self, God, the universe, Jesus. It could be anyone. Always believe in a higher power, and it'll help you get through situations. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I gotta say, and have a good one, and I hope this video helps, and stay safe and take care. Peace.